day, beautiful. Matt here, and this is day 19 of 30 days of intuitive eating. A journey created by Megan McElroy with intention inspired. And this journey is all about tuning into the body's natural wisdom so we can relax a little bit more, trust a lot more. Relax into trust into relaxing as we listen to the body and tune into the wisdom that is there. The body is talking. A little intention, a little mindfulness certainly helps. And so today, as we explore this, we are tuning into the intention of feeling. I am feeling. And so let's just dive right in with our host Megan as she shares how our feelings can serve as guides through this intuitive eating journey.
Hello and welcome back to Intuitive Eating Encouraged. Today our intention is to notice where your focus goes when thinking about your body. So this has to do with that number on the scale, like living by the number on the scale, which is something I've done so many years. And I'm going to talk about my own story there. And so the intention today is to let go of tying your self-worth to the number on the scale. So my own personal story is that for, 3 years maybe, I was eating emotionally and I was binge eating, and I would consistently step on the scale. I mean, sometimes it was once a day and sometimes it was 5 times a day. Like I would eat something and I'd be like, I wonder how much I gained from eating that, and I'll go step on the scale. And sometimes it was being curious and other times it was because I was hating on myself. Oh yeah, of course I gained weight, right? And what would happen is that no matter what the scale said, when I weighed in, I found a reason to go eat, right? So if it went up, I was like, woohoo, let's go reward myself with food. If it stayed the same, I was like, I tried so hard, that's not fair that it stayed the same, I might as well go eat. And then if it went up, I would be like, I tried so hard, that's not fair, it went up, what's the point, this isn't working, I might as well go eat. So no matter what was happening, my brain was like, go eat, right? No matter what that number on the scale said, even if it went down, which was my goal, my brain was like, go eat. But I wasn't hungry, I wasn't listening to my body, I was listening to my brain. And that's where the problem comes in with the scale, is that we tie our self-worth to the scale, and our brain's sitting here saying things like, you deserve this, that, and the other thing for it to go up, down, or stay the same. And instead of listening to the body and eating for hunger and fullness, we start to go eat for reward, or because what's the point if we're not losing weight, no matter how hard we try? And so we want to just really be aware that where your focus goes around the scale, you're usually feeling that, and it usually doesn't feel good. And so what do we do instead? Well, one option is to get rid of the scale, something I did a long time ago. I'm not saying you have to do it. There is nothing wrong with stepping on a scale. The problem is, just like with calorie counting, we've tied our self-worth to it. So now instead of it just being this tool that tells us, hey, you gained weight this week, so you need to make some type of change if you want to see weight loss maybe, we use it as this tool that's like, you're a terrible person, you gained weight, you're never going to be able to lose weight, what's wrong with you, right? Which is a totally different feeling than a tool like a hammer, hammering a nail, or that hammer being tied to my self-worth, and if I lose it, then I lost myself somehow, right? So really notice how you're tying your self-worth to the scale, and make sure that the number on the scale is a realistic number that you want to hit. For me, for years, I was like, oh, I want to be this weight because that's what I was in high school. Well, I'm not in high school anymore, and my body's changed, my metabolism's changed, a lot's changed. If you've had children, your body's changed so much. If you've gone through menopause, your body's changed a lot. Your hormones are different. The things your body needs might be different. And the number on the scale doesn't matter as much as we think it does, because what you really want is to feel amazing in your body and the clothes you wear, right? You want to feel healthy. You want to like the way you look in the mirror. You want to see yourself as a healthy person that's, maybe not overweight. You want to like the way your clothes fit you, right? You want to be able to sit down and not focus on a fat roll. You want to like the way you feel in your body. How you feel in your body has nothing to do with the number on the scale. So we don't need to keep living by it. Let it go. It's just a number. It means nothing. It means nothing. The scale is weighing your entire body. From your brain to your poop, it's weighing it all. That means that when it goes up, it doesn't always mean you gained fat, right? Sometimes you gain water weight. Maybe you gained muscle because you've been working out. And maybe it's just inflammation because you had a lot of inflammatory foods, or you ran that day. Maybe you're a runner, and when you run, you would think, oh, I burned all these calories, I probably lost weight. That's not always how it shows up on the scale, because maybe you're dehydrated, so your body's holding on to water weight, and that's showing up on the scale. And so we don't want to react to the scale, because when we react to the scale, it usually means we're going to go eat, which means we're definitely not going to get the scale to go down later on. And if weight loss is the goal, reacting to the scale is never helpful. So let go of that number on the scale today and try to just be mindful of how you feel in your body. One of the best things you can do is just see how you feel in your clothes. And so when I got rid of my scale, it's not that I stopped paying attention to my body, it's actually that I paid more attention to my body. And instead of listening to the scale or calories, I listened to hunger and fullness, and I would try on a pair of tight jeans every Friday. These jeans I couldn't wait to fit into, and slowly but surely I can get them over my thigh. And then the next thing you knew, I got it over my butt, but I couldn't button them yet. And then 2 months later, I was like, boom, got them buttoned, right? And that felt so good. And when I stepped on the scale, I had lost weight. I wasn't at the number I wanted to be, but I fit in the jeans I wanted to fit in. And that's all I actually cared about, was fitting into these damn jeans. And so it's really good to question, why are you so attached to that number on the scale if you are? And can you let it go and instead just tune into your body, right? Why do you want to lose weight? Does it have anything to do with the number on the scale, or does it have to do with being healthier, maybe preventing diabetes, making sure you're alive to see your grandkids, or just wanting to feel better in your clothing? So you can let go of the scale and just focus on how you feel. And if you're feeling good and energized and your clothing's starting to fit better, then you know you're on the right track. And with all of that being said, I also want to say that don't wait to have clothing fit you well until you've lost the weight. Right now, no matter what size you're at, it's a great idea to go get an outfit that looks amazing on you and feels great. Because when you feel great in your body, you usually eat in line with hunger and fullness. But when you don't feel great in your body, you want to go to those extremes of dieting and deprivation. And so no matter what size you are right now, go get an outfit that shows your curves and shows off all you have to offer, because your weight doesn't matter. You still have so much to offer, right? You can still be voluptuous and beautiful. And it's really just, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. That's the truth, right? Just like art. So some men like women to have a lot more figure. And some men like women to be very skinny. And maybe you're not into men at all. Who knows, right? But it's not about men liking us, right? Or women liking us, or whoever it is that you're interested in liking you based off your body. It's about liking yourself and realizing that your self-worth isn't attached to your body, and that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and you can love your body right now as it is while still looking to lose weight, but without putting all that pressure on yourself to be perfect around food or to live by this number by the scale. So that's your lesson today on looking at where your focus goes when you look at the number on the scale, and if you're tying your self-worth to it. Today, I recommend just trying to let go of that number on the scale and instead listening to your body and seeing how you feel in your clothing as you go forward. All right. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. If you have questions on the scale, stepping on it, or anything like that, if you're struggling with letting go of the number on the scale, definitely comment in the journaling section and I'll pop in and give you some feedback. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next lesson.
Nice, Megan. Love it. Stress less. Ditch the scale. Love your body. Everything else will take care of itself. Well, maybe not everything, but that's certainly a good start. I stepped on the scale yesterday and noticed 158, which is almost 10 pounds lighter than I normally am. And since I've had my broken wing, I've definitely moved a lot less lifting, less muscle, building. So that's immediately where my mind went. It was just ways to criticize my body, my poor body. Whereas what's, now that I think about it, actually really happening, now that I've been tuning into my body over the last few weeks, I've been eating a lot less, which has been great. I've still felt very nourished and energized, perhaps more energized because there's less in my system. It's like a more clean burning type of energy feel. And there's likely weight loss result of that. Wow, that's cool. So maybe I'm not losing muscle, but I haven't been, certainly haven't been as physically active as well. So, it's layered. Wow, it really is all perspective. Okay, let's dive into our healthy habit for the week. This is our final day of this week-long habit to drink more water. Yes, we have hit our goal. If we tackle today, which please just join me in it, it is to just drink 65 ounces of water. There's about 30. So 2 standard size Nalgene's is the jam. And then just try to keep this healthy habit up each day for the rest of this month. And see what might change. Water is pure nectar. It is the nectar of the gods. And the more I can remember to take a sip here and there, the more a lot of other things I feel like just naturally find some ease. Today's quote is by Janine Roth, who said, "We eat the way we eat because we're afraid to feel what we feel." Jamming into today's journal prompt. If you've got your journal handy, go ahead and whip it on out. Whip it on out. And ask yourself, how do you use your feelings as a helpful guidance system? Maybe just write down 3 ways you can tune into, notice, and allow your feelings to show up as a helpful guidance system. My feelings are like waves to the ocean of my being. Each is unique and essential to the whole. Each goes as easily as it comes, all deserving to be embraced, requesting my presence to be felt, which I gladly do as it melts into the next. Okay, diving into our micro challenge for the day. And that is to practice allowing yourself to feel your feelings. Don't try to change them. Just feel them. Easier said than done sometimes. And sometimes it's easier to do than you might think. Sometimes the idea of doing it just makes it seem hard, but that's not been my experience for the most part. When I'm allow myself to feel my feelings, it's beautiful. I just get to know myself more, better chance to understand myself and give myself the love that it wants, so that I can just be in this acceptance of whatever it is that comes through. And it's a beautiful thing. Cool. So that's the challenge for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, for journeying through today's session of feeling with me. And if you have been with us from the beginning of this intuitive eating journey, yes, kudos. Pretty powerful stuff, huh? Just taking 5-10 minutes a day to tune in, get intentional about a specific focus, an area that we would like to grow in our lives. It's awesome. And we have a great activity feed in this course. Link is in the description if you'd like to join the community who has been going through this course together. It's great. It's great. We get on weekly calls and just chat about what's been up. Lots of laughter, lots of insights, lots of good connections and growth. So if that all sounds good to you, we would love for you to join us. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy feeling into your feelings, allowing them, noticing them, feeling them, letting them pass. It's never ending and can be very informative into intuitive eating and beyond. Right on. Tomorrow, our intention is I am focused. Talk about directing energy. Yeah. Right on. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day. Peace. Love.